Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. So we are back with Geezer Butler's solo work. Once again, this is everything I'm reviewing is out of this particular set here, The Complete Works. Manipulations of the Mind, The Complete Collection, Geezer Butler Solo. This is disc 2. This is Black Science, originally released in 1997. I really wish I would have picked this album up in 1997 because, whoa, this album was critically overlooked. Holy crap. Good album. All right. Last album, wasn't so impressed with. A little too much yelly screamy for me. This one, no yelly screamy at all. Really cherry sounding. I'm not sure if it's the same vocalist or not. Unfortunately, those type of details are kind of missing. I covered this in my last Geezer Butler review. It's the one complaint I have about this box set is the lack of actual details. This album is basically made up of either choice album cuts or should have been singles. The whole way through. There's maybe 2 songs on this album I would consider songs, and I might have left off the album. So let's get into the actual music itself. All right, we got Man in the Suitcase, which kicks off the album. This one's really good, great catchy hooks, gets you going right in the beginning, singable chorus. Really nice song. Also sets the tone perfectly to let you know that basically this kind of sort of should have been a Black Sabbath album to a degree. I mean, I clearly do not believe that Iommi is playing guitars on this, but damn, man, there's some really good stuff going on this album, on this song. Really well written. Box of Six follows that up, and Box of Six is another interesting one when he gets going. I really kind of enjoyed it. The whole way through, this is a gloom metal album or a doom metal album if you prefer. Like, this really is a Black Sabbath sounding album. Lyrical content is all either aliens or sci-fi or, just evilology or just, stuff that you got from Black Sabbath. I mean, it's Geezer Butler, right? That's kind of what you would expect. Mysterions, Justify, Department S, all just kind of have this great flow going on the whole way through, little changes, stuff like that, so it doesn't all sound the same, which is really cool and whatnot. The reality is, though, I don't know if there's songs that I would necessarily go out of my way to put into a mixtape or use as, examples of great singles. These are the choice album cuts. Okay, that was what? Mysterion, Justified, Department S. Area 51. It is what you would expect it to be with a song titled like Area 51. Really good tune, though. Has to be kind of... It's really good when you're listening. It's one of those ones I always say that with, right? It's really good when you're listening, but when you're not listening, it's kind of like, whatever. You're trying to figure out what I was looking at, what's going on there, and what these weird lines are. These are planes of glass in my cabinet, and it kind of weirded me out for a second because all of a sudden I just looked at the screen and went, what the hell are the 2 lines going through my screen? I'm trying to figure out why my screen's all broken and all of a sudden acting weird. It's 2 planes of glass. Black Science, man. Black Science. That did not happen on purpose either, okay, because of the album and whatnot. Oh, by the way, check that out. That's a kind of cool cover. I do dig that. Okay. Has to be decent tune, really enjoy it while the album's playing. Number 5 kind of gets me going really good. This one's a weird one. There are a lot of number-related songs on these Geezer Butler albums, I'm telling you, man. It's kind of interesting the way that works. Number 5 is interesting, though. Really kind of gets me hooked in. Next track, man. As a Whovian, I just automatically like this one, which is Among the Cybermen. Great song. Surprising, 97 would have been during the era of No Who. It was before the reboot. The original run had been off the air at that point for what, about 7-ish years or so. 7, 8 years. I don't remember. 89, I think it went off the air. Maybe 90. Um, Among the Cybermen, really good tune. Really, really would have thought it was actually based off of what happened during Pete's World, almost to a degree. If you're a Whovian, you know what I'm talking about when I say Pete's World. Really great song though. This is actually one of my favorites off of this. Unspeakable Elvis. This one's a little weird, a little different. And yeah, it's a song about Elvis, but it's different. It's not. It's kind of a little camp in a way, but it's camp in like a Blue Oyster Cult kind of way, where you could say that lyrics are kind of camp, but at the same time they're really actually pretty good because they're telling a decent story. Kind of thinking like Joan Crawford from Blue Oyster Cult. After that, you got Zodiac. Now, this is interesting because this Zodiac is spelt with an X as opposed to a Z. It's still Zodiac. Really kind of got into this one as well. Musically, it was really kind of really good. It is the last song on the album that kind of really hooks me in. Northern Wisdom isn't bad. I really enjoy listening to it when the album's going. I don't think about it afterwards. And that's kind of where I am there. And then Trinity Road. This one doesn't work for me closing out the album. At this point in the album, it's kind of a little fluff. I think Trinity Road maybe could have been cut out. That's about it. Trinity Road's probably about the only song I would honestly cut off of this album because it's the only song that I wasn't hugely into. It's the only song on the album that to me kind of feels fillerish. Maybe that's why they tucked it at the end of the album. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is Geezer Butler's Black Science. Do I recommend this album? Hell yeah, man. This is a really good album. Especially if you're like into doom metal or you're into, that gloom side of stuff. If you're like a real Sabbathy person, this is a great continuation of Sabbath. What could have been, what was, and what could have been. Outside of that, though, realistically, it's a really solid album, man. I mean, I'd probably pick it up on vinyl, even. Like if you find a good copy of it on vinyl, pick it up on vinyl. If you find a good copy of it on compact disc, pick it up on compact disc. If you find this set, pick up the set. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the first album, but the second album's really killer, and you might enjoy the first album. Who knows? Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section is for. On your way down to the comment section, in the description, you will see some links to the TWA, that's the Trampoline Wrestling Association, to the Howling Odyssey, which is where all my musical endeavors go, and to my Patreon, which is where you can go to support me and download some of my musical endeavors. Other than that, folks, like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. Peace, love, take care.